will see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the New York Giants and the Pittsburgh Steelers, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
We're here at the confluence of the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela Rivers, and welcome you to Acrisure Stadium on the North Shore of Pittsburgh, the home of the Steelers. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, excited for this one. Partner, what are we looking at here as this game gets rolling?
You know, I think this game is quite interesting in the fact, Mike, that I feel like before every week's matchup, we sit up here and we talk about quarterbacks and the passing game. And obviously, that is the direction the NFL has been headed for the last couple years. But in this matchup here today specifically, I think both these offenses want to flip that on its head. They want to control the clock, time management, ball control. Don't be afraid to punt the ball away and play defense. It's a little bit of an old school philosophy, but you have to do whatever it takes to win each matchup, and I think both of those formulas of these two teams are very similar.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants led out by their quarterback, Daniel Jones. Here he is. It's year 6 in the NFL. He was the 6th overall pick back in 2019 out of Duke, and Jones still at the helm for the Giants.
Here's what you call a little bit of a polarizing player, Mike. His career has been a bit of a mixed bag after being a first-round pick a few years back. At times, he looks like a bona fide franchise quarterback. At others, he looks like a guy who's still trying to find his way and take that next step. It's the consistency. That's the biggest issue. If that changes, man, he'll finally be able to reach his full potential.
Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Singletary. And I don't think he got there with that one. Only needed a yard. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now we're looking at 3rd down. We'll try and run for the first with Singletary. And he's going to be brought down behind the line. This defense fired up to start the game. It'll bring up 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Steelers led out by their quarterback, Russell Wilson. Still strange to not see him in a Seattle uniform where he was for a decade, couple of years with the Broncos. And now Greg, the 9-time Pro Bowler, year 1 in Pittsburgh.
At one point, this guy was one of the top superstars in the entire league, and I don't think he's fallen as far from that as people want to imagine. This is still a winning quarterback in the NFL, and historically, what's been a very dynamic dual-threat approach in his game has turned to more of a passing style as he's gotten older. But if he puts together one of those vintage performances we've seen over the years, he's going to be a hard one to beat.
And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He's got his man. It's Pickens. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. On 1st down, it's Harris. Working his way for a short pickup to the 48. Here's 2nd and 9. Another run here with Harris. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Russ. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but they take it to the 20-yard line with that one. An incredible play there on fourth down in their own territory. 31 yards.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
On the handoff, here's Harris running right. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. They'll give it to Harris again. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up third down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
On third down, here's Wilson. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. Brian Burns, the former Panther, in there for the sack.
Brian Burns with the sack, and that's exactly the type of play the Giants envisioned when they traded for him from Carolina back in March. Only 8 sacks a season ago, and the question was that production indicative of him as a player or more of his surroundings? But either way, he's picked up right where he left off, and he's one of the best pass rushers in the entire league.
And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on 4th and long will end up in a turnover on downs. They'll give it to Singletary to begin this drive. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Micah Fitzpatrick up to make the stop. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll run once more with Singletary. And he's going to pick up the first down. That's a nice run, taking it up past the 30-yard line. They'll go back to Singletary on first down. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it is third down. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played. Here's a 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Jones. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. Up the middle, here's Singletary. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes and keep the gain to nothing. So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Here's Jamie Gillen on now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Steelers offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll find his big target, Pat Fryermuth. It's a gain of 12 there. Good for a Steeler first down. On the give, it's Harris. And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. On the handoff, it's Harris. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the gun, it's Wilson. Got a man over the middle. It's Pickens.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
They run it over center with Harris. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
That's 11 yards again, 2 plays in a row. And another 1st down. Now Russ. That is brought in at the 10. And he'll be taken down. Another catch from there. Numbers starting to stack up in this one. Closing in on 100 yards, and we're still in the 1st half. This has been some kind of march downfield now. Can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Harris. And he'll take this down to about the 7. 2nd and goal. Tight end motioning left. One more time, it's Harris. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal. Here's Wilson to throw. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers get 3 here late in the 1st half to take the lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Giants offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. On first down, Jones. He's got his man. That's Neighbors. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go until halftime. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Shotgun now for Jones. That'll be caught by the running back, Singletary. 3rd and long. Jones to the air again. He's got his tight end. That's Johnson. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, New York. Joseph's extra point up and good. And the Giants move out to a 7-3 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. On the return, here comes Cordero Patterson. The Steelers' offense and running back Najee Harris getting set to take over once more. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Wilson. The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Play action. It's Wilson. He'll let this go for Pickens. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
I like the fact that they took a shot on 3rd and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative playing for the 4th down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarantees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up 4th and a mile.
And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we've reached the intermission here at and instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the 3rd quarter. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Steelers offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Wilson lines up in the pistol. That's complete left side to Pickens. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On the ground, it's Jaylen Warren. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
Great job by the defense here, quickly realizing that this was going to be a draw. They're not caught off guard thinking that they're defending the pass. They're able to not only get in there for a stop, but they're able to take them down in the backfield for a loss.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think downfield, by the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And this ball incomplete on third down. So the Steelers ready to kick this one skyward, as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The Giants offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jones. To the outside, complete to Johnson. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Now Singletary. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Open man downfield. That's Neighbors. A pickup there of 25 yards. That's good for a Giants first down. Now Jones. Right back to Neighbors. He's got it again. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. He'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now a play fake. Jones. Taken in right side by the tight end Johnson. From the gun, it's a give to Singletary. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
That's caught over the middle by Johnson. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot. Here's a run with Singletary. He'll be brought down inside the 25. Peyton Wilson that time in on the stop. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Back to throw is Jones. Over the middle, that's the tight end Johnson. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Singletary now on 1st and 10. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Jones. A short one there to Bellinger. And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1. They'll run here with Singletary. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain. On play action, it's Jones. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10. Good drive so far, but this is a big hurdle. It is 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Jones. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here comes Greg Joseph and the field goal unit. This, about as short as you can get. Joseph's kick is good. And the Giants go out to a 10-3 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. And that's where the offense will take the field. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back, and in some of these coverage units, when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
On first down, right back to Harris. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. So, points at a premium. Defensive battles. Second and 7. Out of the gun, here's Russ. He'll let this go for Pickens. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off, and whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right, and I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter. This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
He's got his man. It's Jefferson. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. And he will get into the end zone. Najee Harris, touchdown Pittsburgh. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Giants offense running back Devin Singletary back on the field. And really, he has not produced a whole lot of highlights as we thought about coming in that he could be a featured back in this one. Instead, no running lanes, no room to operate, stuck at the line of scrimmage, and generally taking this offense out of its flow. He'll try again here, second and 10. Here's Jones to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Throwing, Jones. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. The Giants sending out their punter. Important punt here in this tie game late. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. back to work. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. They'll send their tight end left. They'll run, and he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. That's over the middle and taken in by Freiermuth. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. First and 10. They'll stick to the ground. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. They'll run here. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss. Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is third down. He's got his man. It's Pickens.
What's the old saying, Mike? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And at this point, there's just really no reason to not just continue to target him. He's been running free all game long, and you can see the numbers. They bear that out. It's evident right from the start that they were going to look his way early and often, and I think it turned out to be a pretty good game plan.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, fourth quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And
looked like a lateral there, but now it's a free football. And it's recovered by one of his teammates. A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up first and goal. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Here's a run. Powering forward. He's in. Najee Harris. Touchdown Steelers. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers go up by 7. It is now 17-10. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Here's first and 10. Throwing now is Jones. That's going to be caught by Darius Slayton. They'll come up now for second down. They'll drop to throw. Oh, and a crusher there. He can't get a throw away, and he's taken down. Towels waving, Steeler fans on their feet. It's third down. Shotgun now for Jones. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Jones. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. Give up the middle to Harris. And he'll get this forward only to about the 32-yard line. 2nd down and 8. Another run here with Harris. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the 1st down inside the 25.
And what's that one thing you hear from coaches all the time, Mike, right? Finish strong, and he's doing just that. His numbers here in this one, they have been terrific. But he's going to give you a full 4 quarters, and I think at this point in the game, he knows there's even more yards to be had.
He'll give it to Harris again. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. A give, and here comes Harris. He's able to get away from one man, but those reinforcements, they got there quick. Take him down behind the line. 3rd down and 9. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a 1st down. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. On the give, it's Harris. And he will score again. Najee Harris. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. On for the extra point is Boswell. He's got it. And the Steelers move out to a 24-10 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 15. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Now on 2nd and long. Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss. On 3rd and long, it's Jones. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Here we go. This is 4th down. Now, Jones. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Steelers, winners, as we say so long from the confluence of the Three Rivers.